Welcome back to the channel. My name is Todd Jewell, and it is once again time for a market update, this time for September. So if you go back to last month's August numbers and you compare those to what I give today, you're going to see just a little bit of difference. And that's very simply because I do these videos right after the first of the month. And so there are still some input that has to be done from agents and stuff in the MLS. And so those numbers adjust slightly throughout the first part of the next month. So let's begin with days on market. In the month of September, that number was 28.9. Now that number is not a big difference between August, where we saw 29.2. If we look back at year over year, last year at this time we were at 18.4 days. So you can see that there's been a significant shift of about 10 days. There is one thing I see as significant about this, and that is that we aren't seeing that number rise anymore. That is notable, that the market is adjusting to pricing and other things, and we are not seeing days on market grow. The other number that's related to that is sold to original list price. And for those of you who haven't seen our other videos and heard the explanation, sold to original list price is very simply what it sounds like. What the property actually closed for, percentage-wise, of the original list price it was put on for. And one of the things that we've seen is that number's also held steady. It has continually dropped a little bit trend-wise throughout the year. In August, it was 96.9. So what we're seeing is that trend slow down. And some of that is just very simply that listing agents and homeowners both are starting to get a little bit better at pricing these properties. To put that year over year, last September it was 98.1. Now we've seen it drop a couple percentage points or so over the year, and that's just simply an indication of the change in the market. So next, let's look at our active listings. So how many single family residences were on the market at the end of September actively listed for sale in Knox County? That number is going to be 1,296. At the end of August, that number was 1,273. So what we've basically seen is, once again, that the market has set about exactly the same. Now, one of the things that we are seeing is our new listings have dropped a little bit again. So new listings are how many homes were put on the market throughout the month as new listings. And that number was 738 for September. And in August, that number was 813. So we saw less properties listed in September than we did in August. Now, to put that in perspective, last September, we saw 758 properties listed. Many of you are seeing video, if you watch these things on YouTube, of people who are talking about all the inventory that's going across the country and the market's turning into a buyer's market. As I've said over and over, we do not see that here in Knoxville, Tennessee. We do see an interesting correlation between the two. So we saw less listings this month over August, but we saw a slight increase of about 20 properties more on the market active at the end of the month than we did last month. At the end of the day, what we're not seeing is much change in our market. Days on market didn't change much. Sold to original list price didn't change much. Active listings, all within 20 listings of being the same. New listings, same thing, actually dropped a little, but still within 20 new listings, so no significant difference at all. And that's reflected in our absorption rate, which we're going to cover next. That number in Knox County at the end of September was 2.14. Last month, that was 2.17. I would love to see that number at least at 3, if not almost 3.5, but at least 3. Last year at this time, it was 1.55. That's a terrible buyer's market. That is pure seller's market. So it is better than it was last year, but all of these numbers so far are doing nothing but confirming what we've been saying on this channel for a year and a half, 2 years, and that is that the Knoxville real estate market is solid. Lastly, let's talk pricing. That's what matters, right? So the pricing here in Knox County at the end of September, and remember, this is median sold price, not average sold price. So what a median sales price means is that 50% of the homes in Knox County sold above this number, 50% sold below it. Our median sales price in Knox County at the end of September was $403,500. That's the first time that we see it above $400,000 in the last 12 months. Last month it was $386,050. A year ago in September it was $363,500. That represents an 11% increase year over year in median sales price. The market is strong here, but we don't have a lot of homes, especially in certain parts of the county that are very, very desirable right now for many people who are relocating. We just don't have the homes that we need for you guys to be able to buy. So if you're someone who has the flexibility to be able to buy at this time of year, I would suggest that you absolutely, definitely get in the market and do that now before spring, when we have so many people who want to relocate when the kids get out of school and all those things. You know, if you're in the market to buy, there's never been a better time than today. I've said that over and over every month. Every time you wait, it costs you money. If you would like our guidance in this process, please reach out to us. At least subscribe below if you haven't, so you're able to watch these videos and see what's going on here in this Knoxville market. Until next time, guys, I can't wait to see you here around Knoxville soon.